triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed we passed victorious, our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our prayer shall be known, oh, day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by your enlightenment. Biafra, Biafra, shining forever.
The chains can't silence the truth. The sun will rise again from the land of rising sun, the great nation of Biafra.
In the heart of the storm, you stand tall and strong, voice of your people, singing freedom song that tried to break you, but your spirit grew. In the darkest night, your light shone through. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let the rivers of justice flow. He's a prisoner of conscience, but his heart still glows. Oh, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The world must know his name. He fights for the voiceless Biafrans. Through the struggle, through the pain and marginalization. Oh, carried by the wind across the sky. Your people whisper we're with you still, for the truth you spoke, for the strength of will. They can cage your body, not your soul. Your fire burns unbreakable and whole. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let the chains of silence break. He's a prisoner of conscience for his people's sake. Oh, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let the world hear the cry. Freedom is our birthright. We'll lift our voices high. We are the children of the sun, the great ancient Ipob. Oh, Africa, hear this call. One man's pain is the pain of all. We won't rest till justice stands. Freedom's fire in our hands.
Biafra stands for fairness, equity, and justice.
Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let his spirit soar again. He's a prisoner of conscience, but his hope won't end. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. From the mountain to the sea, his voice is our heartbeat. He fights so we can be free. He is the lion from the bite of Biafra. Oh, freedom lives in you. Free him, let the truth. Free him, let the truth shine through.
Bona choge Biafra rokobore amako karia mano uramo. Mafi bona choge Biafra rokobore karia mano uramo. Mafi bona choge Biafra rokobore amako karia mano urugo. Mafi bona choge Biafra rokobore karia mano uramo. Imanadika Dinta Jaravia Gane Bugabaya Imanadika Dinta Jaravia Gane Bugabaya Ogano Chure Oso Coach Peteno Bagati Tindino Ogago Chure Oso Coach Peteno Bagati Tindino Abo Brother Masikwala Makine Sirike Kiweri Sigiru Basabo Esyo Ema Wanawa Kesine Ne Madam Makiwerendo Gebireko ịmana ọ bụ nke a ga-eme ka iwe ihe ese ndị elu enye ndị ahụ niile nke rụrụ sabụ ndụ ha enweghị udo ndụ ha enweghị mgbọrọgwụ ọnwụ ike na-achụ ha ọsọ ndụ ha enweghị udo ndụ ha enweghị mgbọrọgwụ ọnwụ ike na-achụ ha ọsọ sabụ ọtụtụ alala n'ike ọtụtụ nwụrụ n'ike n'ihe agbago kere ha ọtụtụ alala n'ike ọtụtụ nwụrụ n'ike n'ihe agbago kere ha otu aka ọ ga-adị mgbe Biafra ga-abịa ọtụtụ ndị ga-anọ n'ụra etu aka ọ ga-adị ewo mgbe Biafra ga-abịaru ọtụtụ ndị ga-anọ n'ụra obodo ọma nwafọ Igbo na-achọghị Biafra arụkọ obodo ya ọ karịa mma n'ọnwụ afọ Igbo na-achọghị Biafra arụkọ obodo ya ọ karịa mma n'ọnwụlugo afọ Igbo na-achọghị Biafra arụkọ obodo ya maka ọ karịa mma n'ọnwụlugo nwanne m bịa nara Biafra doo bịa nara ya ihe wedere gị mma broda sinetọ bịa nara Biafra gọvanọ bịa nara Biafra absọbsineti bịa nara ya nabata ya ka ihe wedere gị mma broda ụwa niile ya ala ụmụ Biafra ka anyị kelee Chukwu okike asị m ụwa niile ya ala ụmụ Biafra ka anyị kelee Chukwu okike onye fụrụ ọnọdụ Igbo weziere anyị Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dike ọ bịago weta ọbụghị Igbo na-agbụ wekwelugo na ọ bụ onye Chukwu jinyere ọlụ Igbo ekwelugo ndụ m si na Chukwu akara ka m si na Chukwu na-abụrụ Victoria Nwankwọ ndụ m si na Chukwu akara ka m si na Chukwu na-abụrụ Victoria Nwankwọ afọ mụlụgo nne m na mkpụrụ ekolo wepụgo mọmị m bịa kene nne m bịa kene na mkpụrụ ekolo wepụgo nnọma anyị alawala n'ala ahụ nke Chukwu kwere anyị na nkwa anyị alawala anyị agawala n'ala ahụ nke Chukwu gọziri anyị ala Biafra obodo ọma ebe ya bịa si selie obodo ọma ụmụ Biafra chinyere ike were oge ike chinyere ha wee chegide ala ha emere mmegbu ụmụ Biafra chinyere ike were ike ha enyere ha wee leda ala ha emere mmegbu akụkọ adịka nwanyị mụrụ nwa nke na-enweghara oge agụ gụrụ Hausa ha ga-amata ụlọ ala Biafra bara ha oge agụ gụrụ Hausa ka ga-amata ụlọ ala Biafra bara ọma yesenoye igwe bute ụzọ bịago agụ na-eche mba bịago dogwu na-eche Igbo niile Iwebotozomo agone chemba biago dogune chibu nile Mwachina mareju Iwe kwelugo nabu chibia frayi kalo Kwelugo Enyo ha biago ziwa kwa walo Susukai dike moja kamba Eya biano ziwa kwa walo Susukai dike moja kamba Omende jimo Ome wane umwachi ova moja mano Father Ambassador of Peace Yarumaka Oberenwa High Priest One neighbor Joseph Samuel of the Old Oberenwa Chineke tere mmanụ Kaka nwa Jehova Yarumaka Zuma Rock Oshekebo Rock Asị ka Chukwu Kabiama na-edu anyị na-eje n'alata n'aha Chukwu Kabiama Ise Omogumo Biama mkwagi soro si pasi buara Omogumewo Abiama mkwagi soro si pasi buara Mbeni omekome Awagidere ya netiti ndu n'ọnwụ Mbeni omekome do Awagidere ya netiti ndu n'ọnwụ Bagi gbali ọgụ Biro Nwachukwu Kabiama na-agbara ọgụ Aliru nwa Chineke
Hello, my wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafra and lovers of freedom. This is Mazi Nnamdi as I welcome you to this midnight late broadcast. Please endeavor to welcome others. It's very, very important. We are live on our various platforms on Facebook. Ikechukwu Umadi Ezumezu, Mazi Nnamdi and Ikechukwu Ezumezu. These three profiles on our Facebook. Please, it's very important to follow us on our Facebook. And like I said, one of my broadcasts before, Facebook is like they are tired. Out of a sudden, I saw 22,000 followers on Ikechukwu Ezumezu. Remember, this is our main page, Ikechukwu Ezumezu, you know. We are at something thousand people as of 2021. But Facebook started pulling people down, and I told them I don't care. They started reducing people down to 20,000 people. And I say, I don't care. That we must do the gospel. We must do the needful. We must stand and preach Biafra. Today, I saw additional 2,000 followers. I said, we don't care because we are not chasing crowds. If I ezi anyị ozi aizie unu unu ewolia bakwumi na olu ndị Hausa, but we must say the truth all time we must preach the gospel. So Facebook Mazi Nnamdi na-asị unu oya ndewo unu, thank you unu kunsu we add 2,000, but we don't care. Even if I am seeing one person on my followers, I will continue doing the needful. I will continue preaching the gospel. Just remember what Onyendu said: when we live in this planet Earth and gone, nobody will be like us. Nobody will be like us. So we're also live on YouTube, our wonderful YouTube. We are 790 people on YouTube. Let's make it to 800 tonight. Please go and subscribe on Ikechukwu Ezumezu on YouTube. Subscribe is very, very important because YouTube is still keeping all our videos intact. Please go and subscribe on our YouTube, Ikechukwu Ezumezu. It's very, very important. Go and subscribe on our YouTube. Also, we are live on X and Chukwudi Benjamin Ezumezu. Follow us and share our program on X and we are live there. And we're also live on TikTok. On TikTok, Ezumezu Ikechukwu. It's really important. Those on TikTok, those my fans on TikTok, I have a very few fans on TikTok. Please, if you are here, please power tap. Power tap is very important and invite others. And when it's time for you to come in, you can come in, but your camera must be open. This is our simple community rule. Your camera must be open. Your camera must be open. As you all know, a lot have been happening. A lot have been happening for the past 24 hours. A lot has been happening. For those who are inside this IPOB struggle, inside IPOB family, if we know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has pulled up a lot of surprises. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, has done the needful. Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done it again. If you go on my page on Facebook, you will see our men on ground. They are also on their press release. We also uh, pray it, and also Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have issued a press statement through IPOB headquarters in Germany to expel these cabals from IPOB movement. And for those of you who don't know the meaning of that these people are no more IPOB family members. And I think let them get ready to face the law because they have to surrender all IPOB properties across the world. Across the world. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have released the press statement, which I will also present to you guys. Or let me present to you guys. For those of you on TikTok, I'm sorry you cannot see the videos or what I'm doing or what I will present, But if you want to see it, you can go you can go to YouTube, Ikechukwu Ezumezu, or any of our pages on Facebook, or our handle, S handle, Chukwudi Benjamin Ezumezu. Now, we have to present the press release from Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before we go to our main program. Our main program today is Soludo. Chukwumacha Soludo is against the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Chukwumacha Soludo is against his own brothers. It's against P2B because he have VP ambition in 2031. But Chukwumacha Soludo, tonight we're going to remind you how you were disgraced at Abuja, inauguration of Tinubu, and you never learned a lesson. Nobody sold his brother to the enemy and be trusted by the same enemy. Nobody. You are a disgrace to Igbo lays, Chukwumacha Soludo. You are a disgrace. So, but before then, let's go and present to you the press statement from Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, signed by Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And it was released through IPOB headquarters in Germany, in Langafer. Now, let's go there. Here we go. Yeah, this is it. For those of you on TikTok, I'm sorry, like I said before, you cannot see the document. But if you want to see the document, please come to YouTube or any of our profile on Facebook or X handle. Now, this is the press statement released by IPOB World Headquarters in Germany. In Germany, that this man has expelled from IPOB. This man. So because we don't have much time, but I have to read the names. Let me see. Let's see if we can make it louder. The names. Okay. So I have to read the names. Now it's a press statement for immediately release. Public announcement by Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Langafe, Germany, 21 June 2026. I, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Supreme Leader of Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB worldwide, headquarter of Biafra Restoration Project and director of Radio Biafra, here hereby announce the indefinite expulsion of the following members of dissolved third administration of DOS, Director of State for Indigenous People of Biafra with immediate effect. Now, the number one, though there are 10 people, 10 people, 10 of them. Then the number one person is Chika Paul Edoziemu, that we all know as Chika Paul Edoziemu, the enemy at the gate. That is number one name. The name there is Chika Edoziemu. Number two is Tony Ezlumike. We all know as Tony One Bottle Ezlumike. Then number three is Austin Abani. Number four is Chukwudu Ofoma. Number five, Isaiah Oba. Number six, Collins Chinedu. Number seven, Chinasa Nwolu, known as Chinasa Wankita. Number eight, Ferdinand Ijo Ejiogu. Number nine, Chidimma Nwolu. No, this is sister to Chinasa Wankita. She lived at Italy, you know. Then number 10 is KK Oda. These big people, these 10 persons, as expelled from IPOB family worldwide by IPOB Supreme Leader. IPOB Supreme Leader. And this press release was released by IPOB headquarters in Germany. Then let's go to the second one that we will see the signature of our leader. You can see the signature of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He sign it. It's official now. The whole world have taken note that these people are expelled from IPOB worldwide. This is how we run things. Nobody come against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and remain the same. And Onyendu said, if you don't want to adopt or if you don't want to obey the rules in IPOB family, you are free to step aside and form your own. Step aside and form your own, no problem. After all, IPOB is not the only movement seeking for restoration of Biafra. So it's official now that these people are out. And we are coming, and maybe by weekend, Saturday on Sunday, we are coming for a program for Uchechi. Uchechi. Uchechi, I warned you. They cannot, you have crossed the red line. You cannot go against our leader. You cannot go against Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu instruction, Uchechi. You have crossed the red line. I'm coming on weekend. Your program is coming up. So now, after this press release that these persons, they are expelled from IPOB family worldwide. And you know, our international lawyer have taken notes to Bruce firm. Now, Chika Paul Edozemu, let's bring the music. Wofute Okpe Egwu, let's see. Wofute Okpe Egwu, let's see Chika Paul Edozemu. You are gone, and you are gone for good. Now, let's go to one of the press statements released by our men on ground, ESN. Let's go. One of the videos. No, they have a couple of videos. You can go on my page on Facebook. All of them has been posted there. All of them are posted there. Maybe by after this program, we are going to post some of the videos on TikTok, on my TikTok handle. Our men on ground, their press statement too. Now, let's go there. Let's go. I want you all to listen to the one of the press statement from our commander, one of our commander, ESN. I want you guys to listen.
Today being 21st of June 2026, being Sunday in Biafra land, Eke Market Day. I'm here to bring official statement from the Eastern Security Network, ESN. A strong warning to all those sabotaging the IPOB Code of Conduct. The Eastern Security Network, ESN, is watching with a serious concern as some people are trying to destroy the IPOB Code of Conduct and challenge the authority of our supreme leader, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The IPOB Code of Conduct is our constitution. It is clearly said that only the supreme leader has the power to appoint or suspend, dismiss or dissolve any principal officer. Anything the dissolved administration is saying or doing now is null and void. It had no effect in Biafra land. IPOB is not like Nigeria, where everybody ignore the rules and they grab power anyhow. IPOB rules are rules. Command and control are very important. Authorities come only from the supreme leader. We are under one command, and the supreme authority of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that authority stand in stone. No one else. Until only him he says otherwise. No subordinate or dissolved group can suspend or challenge the office that created them. A sacrifice that must not be forgotten. When nobody cared about our people, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu formed IPOB and the great ESN. It is because of his courage that our people and our land has fared better than most places under Fulani's attack. For any human being to choose this time to attack the indignity of his office is a sacrilege that will never be forgiven. Those who dream they can remove or insult his office with useless statements must smoking drugs, along with those politicians, those that politicians masters like Chukwuma Soludo, who is their chief sponsor, warning to saboteurs at this dangerous time when our people are facing attacks and killing, intentional sabotage will not be tolerated. The Eastern Security Network stand 100% gidigba with the spring leader and the code of conduct. We advise each of you, journalists and the media houses, to read the IPOB code of conduct before publishing anything on this matter. Discipline is not negotiable. Loyalty is not negotiable. The code of conduct is not negotiable. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you, Biafrans. Thank you, lovers of freedom all over the world. Thank you to the President of the United States of America in the name of President Donald J. Trump. Thank you to Israel Prime Minister in the person of Benjamin Netanyahu. Thank you to our spring leader. Long live to everyone that believe in our spring leader order. Thank you.
So
Today being
this is one of
21st of June.
this one of the video that came out earlier, came out yesterday, because we are on Monday and I have to go to 4 o'clock now in my location. This is one of the video, one of the commander that remind those people that they must obey IPOB code of conduct, and also issue warning to media house for them to verify information before dishing out to the public. And okay, someone asked me to play more again, one of the commanders again, because he have five videos for the different commanders coming up. Okay, let me play one more before we go to another this thing, because it's important. It's important. Let me play one more from another commander.
IPOB
Let me play
Code
one
of
more.
Conduct.
Official statement
Okay.
from the Eastern Security Network, ESN. Official statement from the Eastern Security Network, ESN. Strong warning to all those sabotaging the IPOB code of conduct. The Eastern Security Network, ESN, is watching with serious concern as some people are trying to destroy the IPOB code of conduct and challenging the authority of our supreme leader, Oyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The IPOB code of conduct is our constitution. It clearly says that only the supreme leader has the power to appoint, suspend, dismiss, or dissolve any principal officer. Anything the dissolved third administration is saying or doing now is null and avoid. It has no effect. IPOB is not Nigeria. IPOB is not like Nigeria, where people ignore rules and grab powers anyhow. In IPOB, rules are rules. Commands are controlled and very important. Authority comes only from the supreme leader. We are under one command. We are under one command, and the supreme authority of Oyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that authority is set in stone until only he says otherwise. No subordinate or dissolved group can suspend or challenge the office that created them. A sacrifice that must not be forgotten. When nobody cared about our people, Oyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu formed IPOB and created ESN. It is because of this courage that our land has fared better than most places under Fulani attacks. For any human being to choose this time to attack this dignity of his office is a sacrilege that will never be forgiven. Those who dream they can remove or insult his office with useless statements must be smoking drugs along with their political masters like Chukwuma Soludo, who is their chief sponsor. Warning to saboteurs. At this dangerous time, when our people are facing attacks and killings, internal sabotage will not be tolerated. The Eastern Security Network stands 100% with the supreme leader and the code of conduct. We advise journalists and media houses to read the IPOB code of conduct before publishing any on this matter. Discipline is non-negotiable. Loyalty is non-negotiable. The code of conduct is not negotiable. Issued by Eastern Security Network, ESN, Command Headquarters. Biafrans, you people have had this information from the official statement from the Eastern Security Network,
So
ESN.
here we stop
Strong warning
on our men on ground on their press release. Here we stop on them. As onye nwentị na megịnị na-anọrọ ịmara asụ ịsụọ n'ikwe ịmara asụ ịsụọ n'ala. And you can see the discipline in ESN. You can see the first video I play is the same press release, the second one release, because it have given to them and they did it from their headquarters. This is what we call discipline. Now, like Like one of the commanders said that no aka onye karịrị ya nụ. Ọkwụrụ anaghị aka onye karịrị ya nụ. Can you imagine a tenant now issuing notice to landlord? A tenant issuing notice to landlord. But like I said before, Chika Paul Edoziem, Chaka Mba, we will not. I'm so happy that you are in Switzerland, and a lot of our properties are in Europe, not in Nigeria. We are going. We are going to court. We are going to what? We are going to court. So get ready and get your lawyers ready, and also inform Soludo to, to send money across. But let me assure you, at some point, your sponsors will get tired. I repeat, at some point, your sponsors they will get tired. They will get tired to sponsor you guys. Now, let's go to our main topic of the day. Let's go to our main topic of the day about Soludo. Now, let's ask a question. Why did Soludo against his own brother, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, release? Why is Soludo against P2B for calling for release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Remember, the only thing that is constant in life is change. Either you change from good to bad or from bad to good. The only thing that is constant in life is change. Yesterday, Governor Soludo, we are praising Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yesterday, Governor Soludo, we are singing praises, telling Biafrans, telling Igbos that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has opened the door for them to discuss about Biafra. But today, that's the same man that's singing praises against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and even went to DSS. Is the worst enemy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Is the worst enemy of IPOB family. Is the worst enemy of Biafra restoration. And ask yourself why. Why is this man doing this? The only reasons is he want power. They want power. The only reason is what? He want to be VP, Vice President of Nigeria. The only reason is that, he want the people to know that he is Chukwuma Charles Soludo. He is Vice President of Nigeria and hoping to become President of Nigeria. That is why Soludo will love to sell his people, his brothers, for peanuts. Soludo, someone who sold his brother to the enemies, even the enemy will not trust him. Soludo, tonight we're going to remind you how you were disgraced at Abuja. We're going to remind you how you were disgraced at Abuja Tinubu inauguration. Soludo, we're going to remind you that ịlapụ nwanne gị gbakwuru onye ilo awa agụ ka nkụ. Soludo, kere your brother Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If your brother Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't believe in your objective view, is that the reason why you are Is that the reason why you want him dead? Soludo, I'm asking you. Now, before we go to that program, how he was disgraced, Let's remind Soludo what he said about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before. Let's remind him. I'm sorry, those on TikTok, my program, when I say things, I like to bring out evidence. For those of you who don't know me, I don't blackmail people. I don't lie against people, but I'm not perfect. No? In my program, I ain't the good to Ezuku Chineke. Now, let's remind Soludo he spoke about his own brother some years, couple of years ago. Couple of years ago. We will remind him.
It's a great pleasure for me, really an honor, to be called upon to review this book, The Politics of Biafra and the Future of Nigeria, by the one and only Honorable Chudi Ofodile. If you want to hear from me, the summary of the review that I'm going to make is to simply say, read this book. If you haven't read it, you haven't read any book on Nigeria, on Biafra, and the road ahead in recent times.
And this was before he became a governor. I want you guys to listen. And this was the book of Chudo Fodile about Biafra. I want you guys to listen to him a bit.
I picked a copy a few days ago, and quite honestly, I couldn't stop. I couldn't drop it for 1 minute until I finished. And I bet you that when you pick it, when you pick your own copies today and you start, you will never stop until you finish. And quite after reading that, I quickly called him and booked for at least 50 copies on reserve, because I understand that the copies are very few and will soon go out. What I would do in this book review, because we don't have time, actually after I read that last night, I was writing notes, and I've written more than 15 pages or so, but I would just read Makandiota, the first 1.5 pages. Then I will go on just to raise some of the themes or takeaways which I think should inform much of our discussions and so on. If you want me to go through the entire content, I won't. Just read the book. So, by way of introduction, I said that this book, for me, this is the book of the year on the future of Nigeria. And anyone interested in the survival of Nigeria has to read this book urgently. Honorable Chudi Ofodile has done much of the research and thinking for us and provides useful markers on the road ahead. The literary style is gripping with pleasant storytelling, infused with strong analytical and empirical content that relies on historical records, while not shy to push his personal conclusions. Laced with humor, you read a whole bit of it. It's quite interesting. I remember him talking about Chimamanda Adichie's Half of a Yellow Sun, and remarking for Nwatakịrị na-afụrụ agha ide ụdịva. He wrote that in Igbo. I don't know, Chudi himself was a baby during the war, so we might also say, if Ron ife Nwatakịrị na-afụrụ agha dekwa unu biko. Laced it with a lot of humor as well as his family and personal experiences and anecdotes. Ofodile takes you through a long but refreshing journey that at every turn challenges you to stop and think. He brings fresh perspectives, and its carefully choreographed thematic arrangement and focus easily pass the book as an excellent piece of research work. Following in his journey and so on, but his goal, even in spite of all of this, seems very clear: to clarify and challenge several of the mainstream narratives surrounding the identity and fate of the Igbos in Nigeria, the struggle for Biafra, its impacts on politics and development in Igbo land, Nigeria's largely futile attempt at forging, quote, forging a nation in a furnace, end of quote, through its inequitable but dysfunctional unitary federal structure and the unfinished business in terms of the lingering national question for Nigeria. Ofodile argues forcefully that sustainable development will continue to elude Nigeria unless and until it confronts and addresses what he calls the Biafran dilemma, unquote. Since, quote, it is impossible to hold an unwilling people hostage in any country without negative consequences, end of quote. Biafra in this context is both a specific geographical aspiration and as well as a metaphor for getting Nigeria to work. And coming at a time when many analysts argue that Nigeria has never been more divided, and some even question its long-term survival as a country, while a cacophony of persistent voices insist on the restructuring of Nigeria, this book is timely and provides a powerful insight on the road to take. For anyone interested in understanding the idea and metaphor of neo-Biafranism, or the historical event of its first advent, aftermath, and the new resurgence, as well as the road that Nigeria must take to save its fragile state, this book is a must-read. Once you start reading, as I said before, you won't drop it until the last page. For researchers, intellectuals, and students of history, politics, and political science, Ofodile's book opens many of the existing books on Biafra and Nigeria. It is pungent and audacious. I want to say audacity is really a thing that grips you through the book. As an elder said when he was being confronted about Biafra and all this quest and the agitation for Biafra, his response was, so it seems that it is actually those who didn't actually experience it firsthand and who are the children of the, if you like, either during or after the war that exhibit the audacity in discussing Biafra. And I will tell you that the book raises many points of debate, some of which will never be settled. The book is organized in 7 parts with 20 short chapters, reflecting the major themes and messages in 279 pages, and of course, published by Safari Books, Ibadan. I was happy personally to authorize the publication of my articles in This Day in 2012 as the appendix on that. And as I said, this book simply said, I mean, I won't go through all the other pages. I just wanted to read this particular first part of my intervention as it is, just like I said, for the avoidance of doubt. But I call this book the book of counter-narratives. If you read this book from the beginning, like I said, 17 parts, or 7 parts and 20 short chapters. Chapter 1, the preview, where he takes you through a tour de force and also provides forcefully the counter-narrative on Biafra and all kinds of things, what caused the war, how it was done, and everything he challenges. Chapter 2, the Igbo identity crisis, who are the Igbos? Where are they? Who calls themselves Igbo? In the new Biafra, where would the boundary be? And so on and so forth. The 15th January 1966 coup, what caused it, who organized it, and so on and so forth. The 29th July counter coup, who did, why, and so on. He challenges all the mainstream narratives on all of this. Chapter 5, part 2, period of hostilities. On Aburi we stand for Chude. If Nigeria had kept the contents of the agreement at Aburi, the Biafran Civil War would not have happened, and so on and so forth. So you'll find all these counter-narratives all over. The Biafra intelligentsia, those who drove the war, and his thesis later on that even the current agitation, that without an organized group of intelligentsia to actually drive it, it may not happen. Then the Biafra's non-Igbo actors, Biafra and Britain and the horrors of war. He identifies all the non-Igbos who actually supported Wole Soyinka and the others, even our minority ethnic groups and so on and so forth. Britain and the horrors of war. Why Britain didn't support Biafra and why it actually gave arms to Nigeria. And even some people who had to bond themselves and agitations and the protests, the one of Akanu Ibiam, and so on and so forth, the long letter to renounce all the British honors he had, and so on and so forth. Part 3, the Igbo political trajectory, Nnamdi Azikiwe, the rupture of the views between Zik and Ojukwu, mainstream thoughts in Igbo land, and where they parted were differed ideologically, and even the issue of strategy and tactics about whether to negotiate within the context of pan-Nigeria, negotiate peace, or that Biafra, sovereign Biafra, was not negotiable, and so on and so forth, and that how that rupture within Igbo land and between Ojukwu and Zik actually permeated the politics of Igbo land even after the Civil War, and probably still persisting much of today. And even today, much later, you'll say that the thesis about what is emerging as a new Biafranism, the agitation for Biafra, compared with the alternative, and which is the neo-Zikism, still negotiating a fairer federal Nigeria and the position of Igbos within that. You will see the letters between, very interesting I found, I don't know where he got the archives, the letters exchange between Azikiwe and Sir Louis Odumegwu Ojukwu, and so on and so forth. The letters by Zik, and so on, very, very interesting. And then you get the Achebe's take on Zik and the Igbo intellectuals who never forgave him for quote-unquote abandoning them during the war. Chapter 12, the Asika years. Interestingly, he points out the Asika years, whatever anybody would think according to him.
So let's interject here before we can allow him to speak again. Please censor that Biafra. It's almost midnight here. I've been surprised to see a lot of people, even on Facebook and YouTube, even on TikTok. Yeah, a few people on TikTok. By this, because I said I must do this program because I have another program tomorrow about Very Dark Man. So I say this program I must do it. I don't need to postpone it again for the second time because a lot have been happening today. So please censor that Biafra. There will. Thank you so much. Now, this is Soludo. This is where Soludo deceived a lot of us, we Igbos, and we thought that Soludo is the Messiah. Remember, Soludo was the governor of Central Bank Nigeria. All the goodness of Central Bank was done in the West and the North. In Southeast, nothing. But he did marvelously job when he was a Central Bank. He did a very nice job in bank sector. But there's nothing he done, particularly to the Southeast where he comes from. But this book, written by Theodore Fodil, people now trusted him. Say, oh, let's forget about his job in federal at central bank. That Soludo, with this, the way he spoke, this guy have every Igbo man in his mind that he will perform wonders. Soludo used this book to deceive us. We don't know that Soludo was an evil man. We don't know. I am on a Soludo will lion that clothed with sheep skin. I am on a Soludo the against ndị Igbo ụmụnne ya Ayamala. But the way Soludo narrated about this book, written by Theodore Fodil about Biafra, and the way he talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we say, oh, it's one of our messiah. Then that's why when Soludo came out as a governor, to contest as a governor, everybody said it was Soludo. It must be Soludo who campaigned for him. But today, Soludo have deceived us. Today, Soludo is against his own people and against Biafra. We are going to play a couple of videos. Then you will agree with me that Soludo is against coming of Biafra and against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now let's continue listening to him a bit before we play another video.
It was actually the golden era in the southeast. Then he deals with the years of decline, from 76 to 98. Then Dr. Kweme's bid for power, the betrayal of PDP of the original principles, and that was the last bid, a major bid by an Igbo man for the presidency of Nigeria. And of course, he blames His Excellency that he should have founded his own political party, and that if he had his own party and was a presidential candidate in '99, the outcome of that election, the dynamics of power would have been different. The years of decline again, 99 to 2015. Then he talks about, the failure of leadership. These years of decline and the failure of leadership in Igbo land. That's the gripping story that he concludes with. In other words, the agitation for Biafra, yes, partly because of the marginalization on the part of the larger Nigeria, but even more fundamentally, also that as we point one finger forward, there are the other fingers pointing back at us, and that there is palpable failure of leadership in Igbo land. On part 5, he takes on Biafra from surrender to rebirth. Masob, Ipob, Belia. Actually, he traces the origin of the recent resurgence of the agitation for Biafra to what happened to His Excellency Dr. Kweme at the Just Convention of the PDP, and the feeling of injustice to a group. And that may have, according to him, ignited this, because that the agitation, the new Biafra movement, started in 1999, and not after this election as being falsely put up by some. He takes on the Masob, the Ipob, Belia initiative, and so on and so forth. And the fact that actually there are, within this new movement of the new Biafranism, there is a division between those who want the democratic process, going through the legal process, and that you now have people, Dr. Dozie Ikedife, OON, and retired Justice Ezo Zuobo, CON or whatever, of Nigeria. They are now in court. They have sued the federal government of Nigeria at the Federal High Court in Owerri, actually agitating that Biafra should let my people go, as it were. So there is a division in the new Biafranism between the Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu's group, and the Dozie Ikedife and the other elders, that they have actually set up a customary government, as it were, on how to pursue this. So, as I put it, then you go to part 6 on the future of Nigeria. Then he talks about new Biafranism between the Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu's group, and the Dozie Ikedife and the other elders, that they have actually set up a customary government, as it were, on how to pursue this. So, as they put it, so there is a division in the new Biafranism between the Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu's group, and the Dozie Ikedife and the other elders, that they have actually set up a customary government, as it were, on how to pursue this. So, as they put it, elders, that they have actually set up a customary government, as it were, on how to pursue this. So, as they put it,
he mentioned about the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the red Dozie Ikedife. He said, as he has put it, here goes Oku Maka. So at this point, Soludo is 100% committed to Biafra struggle. People thought that Soludo would angel that international communities. And that's why when Soludo came out as a governor of Anambra State, everybody say either Soludo or nothing. Either Soludo or nothing. And guess what? He went to go and join Apuga. And that meant everything. We say, oh, he is the Messiah. That is the same man that stands and preach this and lead this to people that Biafra issue is not a child's play anymore. Is the greatest enemy of that Biafra restoration today. That man, this man, I ain't known yet now. Since I did is the greatest enemy of Biafra restoration today. On a full nation, I know the only thing that is constant is life is change. Either you change from good to bad, or from bad to good. Soludo deceive us. Deceive us. Deceive us. We all trusted on Soludo. And we say Soludo will work perfectly well with our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If he can explain this before people, before the world, Soludo will stand by our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Little do we know that Soludo will become enemy of his own people. You see, that is why I'm telling these people now where we see. You see, the devil you know is far better than the angel you don't know. Why am I saying this? Only Ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu we know. Only Ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu we know. And I said to you guys, if there's anything Onye Ndu have done wrong, can you bring it out? Let's see. And if there's any, we have forgiven him. This is the fact. Oh no, we at all. We have forgiven Onye Ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because this is the only man that loves us. Because this is the only man that's ready to exchange his life for us to live. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu want to step out from Sokoto prison, he will do it. That is why all those bingos Jew mana TikTok, faceless junk. They will lick the way their face. They cannot even turn camera and show their face. But they want to challenge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Don't show your face. People like Favour Chineke Yakpoko now have changed his name to emotional disabled. People like Udo Nze, lawyers, whatever. We don't know these people. Can you compare these people with me? Or people that are putting their face? Can you compare them with? No. So our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the devil we know. Whatever you say, whatever you're projecting, that no man, Mankome, we say we love him because he's the only man that stands for us. He's the only man that said that if he don't protect his people, he will put his life in there. They are telling you people, onye ndu nwekwe skyscraper na Egypt, nwee na Dubai, nwee na Hong Kong, nwee na Japan, nwee na America. Gwekwe the latest car and everything. Ihe a na-agwa unu. Onye ndu bukwa ego IPOB. Ihe a na-agwa unu. Now, let me say to these people, can you tell me the money IPOB nwe that is more far higher than what Nigeria government have given Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he refused. They have promised him a lot of things. VP, he said it. They say, just name what he wants. Is it money? Is it connection? He said no, that all he wants is freedom of his people. That's all. This is a man that you think you can use your blackmail. This is a man you think he can turn people against him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in our life. Know this and know peace. Let's continue with Soludo before we go to another program, another video. Let's continue with Soludo. We know how Soludo deceive us. How he deceive us.
Yeah. Then you go to part 6 on the future of Nigeria. Then he talks about Biafra and Nigeria, the war philosophy about to keep Nigeria is a task one, as task must be done, and Nigeria not being negotiable. Of course, he argues forcefully that the map of Nigeria in 1999 is no longer the same map today because Bakassi has been exercised from Nigeria, and therefore that the thesis that the thing cannot be negotiated is already a falsehood. It's already been reconstructed and renegotiated, and that Biafra can also be renegotiated. And that particular point of view is false in its entirety. Then 19, Sardauna was a federalist, and that under a true federal structure, Sardauna of Sokoto as the leader of NPC preferred to be in Kaduna, in charge of the regional government, than going to be prime minister of Nigeria, because being premier of northern region was where the power was, rather than going to but that we have turned everything upside down. His conclusions are very powerful. Of course, part 7 ends with my piece on where Nigeria goes from here in terms of what I call reconstructing Nigeria for prosperity, the 3-piece articles that I wrote in this there. Let me just end by taking just 3 quick conclusions, because like I said, I have about 12 pages here, but I can't go through them for want of time. Then we'll need a lot of time to do this. But let me just, for some teasers, point out that reading through this book, one comes through few themes. The broader and summarizing counter narrative of Honorable Afodile is that, and also supported by what Abakoba San had said at some point, a thesis that if you have a truly federal, fairer, restructured Federal Republic of Nigeria, that the agitation for Biafra might win. That is the counter narrative. But he also argues forcefully about the absence of leadership in Igbo land to push for this counter narrative. Today, he talks about the leadership failures, and he took on very forcefully some of our sons who, at least in the last government, he accused of taking the slots belonging to the Igbos. And what they achieved with it was basically to turn the Bellians to develop their own villages and abandon the entire Igbo land, as it were. And so this vacuum, according to him, that there is nobody, there is no leadership that actually agitates for the larger Igbos within the same, agitating for this fairer neo-Nigerian, whatever, what I might call the Neo-Zikism. In other words, within the context of that, Neo-Zikism will represent what Azikiwe lived and canvassed for. They negotiated for a new constitution, for constitutions of Nigeria. They went through a series of constitutional conferences, and Zik died a federalist. So in Igbo land, there could be two contending views: the Neo-Zikism, a fairer federal Nigeria, versus the Neo-Biafranism. People who are impatient, who think this thing cannot be fixed. You can't fix Nigeria. It's beyond repair. Just let my people go. There's no question. And even within that, there are differences about the strategy to go through that. But let me point out that in terms of the rupture that took place between Zik and Ojukwu, it seems to me that if the two men were alive today, that they will probably align more with the federal, reformed federalist Nigeria. And why I say that is that Ojukwu, people, this is an interpretation. My interpretation is that Ojukwu died a federalist. That's my thesis. And why I reach that is that while all through the war, as Chode points out, until the Addis Ababa Conference of 1969, he was for negotiation. He was for Igbos going back. Aburi was broken. He was struggling to get it to work until he saw that there was no way, and then he said Biafra was then non-negotiable. But after the war, when he came back, he joined NPN and urged Igbos to go back to be reintegrated into Nigeria. That even in 90, when political parties were being set up, he formed his own political party. It wasn't registered, according to this book, but he later joined APUGA and became its national leader. And APUGA is a national party which, among other things, agitates for true federalism. And he contested as a presidential candidate of APUGA, seeking to be president of Nigeria. So in all its ramifications, when you put all together, joining a national party, just like most of the Igbos agitating against the marginalization of the Igbos, that if Ojukwu were alive, that there could have been back again, the rupture probably would have mended back into a mono view, into a federal, fairer Nigeria. That is a question mark. But there seems to be quite two views: the Neo-Zikism for pan-Nigerian federalists versus Neo-Biafranism.
Now, Biafrans, you see, this guy take us on our way or something like that. He didn't know that this guy review who he was on this program. But just because of our emotion, we did not even articulate or picture this area. Because Soludo said, if Ojukwu and Zik were alive today, they will also be in the line of Nigeria government, because Ojukwu also contests to be the president of Nigeria. But at that point, some of us think maybe okwu not go where we cover na onye a wu onye anyị Yesu. No, at least he want to cover Nigeria, use it to do also imagine Nigeria elu. but he have tell us, or we have understand that he's with us. But this thing he said then is akoko, so akoko. But all that nine nyere anya too well inside deep. This statement told me that if Ojukwu and Zik will be alive today, they will not be talking about Biafra. That is when this guy review who he is. But the law of Ainwe na Biafra, the way he about Biafra, the way he was explaining this, the way he was, trying to tell us or sell the book or sell the narrative about Biafra, cover everything. But this guy, weird them, but I have fully anya. I have fully then. Because only that statement, all that na anya too well. This statement, that statement that no, all no Juku and Zik na arrive today, they will follow in the lineage of Nigeria. That only that statement, I come on this guy, Obula Messiah in the Negranya then. But the way he started first, explaining about the book, that Nirabos Wegu Maka, that Syria it is on, that make us, a lot of us we are overcarried. I am at this man. Onye achinaka. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue.
To go into a sovereign state of Biafra. A second theme that I pick is that Nigeria, everybody talks about restructuring. From this book, we get an unambiguous view of the faulty design of the Nigerian system. There was a modification of the Agui-Ironsi's unitary system into a unitary federal structure with a suffocating command post at Abuja. That suffocating command structure of unitary federalism was okay for sharing and consuming the oil rent. But now that things are falling apart, but that system also, even while the oil rent lasted, was inherently politically unstable and unproductive economically. If you see the failed or fragile state indices and the rankings of Nigeria, we have been coming back precipitously from number 54 in 2005, now to number 13. We are one of the countries under the red alert list. And so it hasn't worked. The concoction hasn't worked. The 36 state structure that we have today, Ofodile argues very forcefully that this current 36 structure is contrary to the instruments of surrender of Biafra. That there are three conditions that they agreed on the instruments of surrender. One of which was that the Biafrans said, we accept the current structure, which then was a 12-state structure. And that B or C of it was that any future change must bring all Nigerians on the table to agree. And that these were the things they signed at the instrument of surrender, but that the military unilaterally subsequently changed the structure without then the participation of the other side. And he argues that this is against the instrument of the surrender, and that no wonder the Southeast has been marginalized out of it, 5 states out of the others having 6 and 7, as the case may be. Now there is the issue of unitary fiscal federalism instead of 1963 republic.
Now, you see this area now. This is what we want to hear. This is what every Biafran, every woman want to hear, that yes, he's saying the facts, what they did to us. We are all dancing that this guy is the right one, is the right person. Okwu ebe anụnwa ọ gakwa to that side wee tinyekwa ya azụ iwe ọ bụ, bet The love anyị nwere about Biafra nke o si ekwu ya did not let us to know na ihe this man na-achọ ime anyị that is not with us. Not because I don't have much time and it is late here. You know, it's after one midnight. We are in my location now. I want to play a video. This is the same man who about now. This is not just where Maka. You know, that's we have to talk about Biafra. You know that we must talk about Biafra. This same man explaining about the book of all the lady. That's hype for everybody on the book of Ofodile. I want you guys to see what this guy did in UK when he went to UK. When someone asked him a question and bring the picture of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what they did to that person and what in his present, what security people do to that person. I want you guys to watch. Hold on. Now, before then, I want you guys to listen to this one first before we go to that.
Nnamdi Kanu, in my view, today he is the most popular political prisoner. To his credit, he has forced Nigeria and the world to discuss Biafra. I believe that keeping him there does not do Nigeria any good. This young man should be released and released like yesterday. Nnamdi Kanu, in my view, today he is the most popular political prisoner. To his credit, he has forced Nigeria and the world to discuss Biafra. I believe that keeping him there does not do Nigeria any good. This young man should be released and released like yesterday.
Here you see then. This statement was the statement he used to capture all our mind. He said to the credit to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he have forced the whole world and Nigeria government to discuss about Biafra. That keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prison. That was in Kuje, that it was in Kuje prison then. He said he will do Nigeria of no good. That's supposed to be released. This statement from Soludo capture all our mind, and we're all singing praises to Governor Soludo. And that's why when he came out as a governor, everybody voted for him. Everybody voted for him. Little do we know that this man is agent. This man is double agent. He's an evil man. Now, okay, let's watch what happened in UK. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I want to see what happened in UK. The same man that plays Onye and Mazi. This was this year, 2026, when Soludo visited UK. I also want you to see the failure of the former DOS. If when Onyendo we thought was outside, do you think such thing will happen? I want you guys to see what Soludo did with security men because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu picture that will be that present to him. I want you guys to watch.
My name is Prince Solomon Okoli. I'm from Anambra State. Yes, and I am a member of IPOB United Kingdom. I'm here representing IPOB United Kingdom. So the question, Your Excellency, Governor, your security outfit to Lokashi, Agudeshem by ETC, have allegedly become agent of intimidation and oppression, even killing and maiming, allegedly, innocent youth. What is your administration doing to reform these security agencies? Sir, we have noted that you hold anti-Biafra stance and tend to always rush to blame IPOB through ESN for any security breach. This is worrying because we thought you were friendly to IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Are you willing to ask President Tinubu to immediately release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and other innocent Biafrans held in various detention facilities and torture camps across Nigeria? We have a short letter here to present to you. It is summary of our earnest request. Kindly give thought to its consent. We hope that you will find the courage to do the needful. Thank you.
One family.
Just please, order in the house, please, order in the house.
Mazi Dewu.
My name is my siblings and I welcome Professor Puma, Soludo, Mwabafu, the solution governor of Anambra State, DK. We are from Ipob, Okasa, local government of Nigeria. We are here today as
No, take it out. Please, can you just sit down?
But
No, please.
It's okay.
You understand? No, please. Organizing this thing very well. You have your preference.
It's okay. It's putting it away. It's putting it away. Don't worry. It's putting it away. It's okay. Mazi, you do please me.
It's okay now. I know. It's okay.
You make it
Taking them out. Take the papers out from here. Take the papers out, please. They have to go. No, yeah, they ask their question. We are here to interactive section.
It's finished now. It's got to come out. It's okay. Sit down. Sit down. It's okay. It's okay now.
Finish now.
It's okay. Everybody go to your seat. It's okay. Everybody go to your seat. Everybody go to your seat. It's okay. Security is okay. It's okay. Yes, Khalid. Yes, Khalid. Yes, Khalid.
Thank you very much. His Excellency, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, Mr. Governor. Darling Molu moving and going Anambra State.
Una flare? You know? Simple question to Governor Soludo. And does the picture the guy bring out, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Soludo send the security to boggle the guy out and take the picture out. There was also a video with our leader's picture. They tear it. They tear, they tore the picture of our leader before Governor Soludo. Remember, this was a man some years ago that needed us go ego maaka that credit to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that have bring Biafra to the world and to the Nigerian government to talk about. This was when this man become the governor. This is what he's doing to his people. Against the same man that he said that is credit to him. Credit that he have done so well, so good to bring Biafra to the world to discuss. So before Soludo, the picture of the man become enemy to Soludo. Picture of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu become enemy to Governor Soludo. All he can do is to send the security men to lasso the people out, to take the people out and make sure the picture of our leader was never seen in that town hall meeting. Like I said, that the only thing that is starting in this world is change. Either from good to bad or from bad to good. Now, let us all demand Soludo what they did to him at Abuja. If we that no only lay one near to the enemy, even the enemy will not trust him. Let's demand to Soludo what happened to him. I'm sending requests on TikTok. Those on TikTok that are sending requests, your camera, listen, no, I'm sorry. I say, if I bring you up, your camera must be open. If your camera is not open, we are not going to accept you. Let me also see, no, I'm seeing a lot of requests from TikTok. Who is this? TikTok Masha and Dr. what? Okay. Okay, they are now, yeah, okay. Please, those on TikTok, I know people like to come up to air their view. I know. No, but please, if you want to come up, or if you want to, before you send your request, know that in my program, I have a very small space. Very small space. In my program, if you want to talk, your camera must be open. If your camera is not open, we cannot allow you. I am IPOB member, a freedom fighter. So, if you want to contribute, you are welcome, but you don't have to be underground. I have you anya mmadụ onye na-ekwu ndewo. So let's remind Soludo what happened to him at Abuja then some years ago. What they did to him.
They don't bounce our governor. They no agree make our governor enter inside. They don't bounce our governor Soludo on red. They no agree make him enter inside. He's explaining himself to the DSS and security details. They don't bounce our governor. They don't bounce our governor. They don't pass our governor. They don't agree make our governor go inside. They don't bounce our governor. They don't agree make our governor enter inside. They don't bounce our governor Soludo on red. They don't agree make him enter inside. He's explaining himself to the DSS and security details. They don't bounce our governor. They don't bounce our governor. They don't bounce our governor. They don't agree make our governor go inside.
So, Governor Soludo, this is what they did to you a couple of years ago, about 3 years ago at Abuja. And this is the people you choose to work with now against your own people. I want to remind you, let me remind you, Soludo, no matter what you're trying to please federal government of Nigeria, the Janjaweed, they see you as enemy. They can never trust you. No matter how you betray your own people in favor of them, these people will also see you as enemy. They will never trust you. They will never trust you. They will never trust you. If I were you, Soludo, I will stop. I will stop and embrace my people. I will stop and embrace my people. Now let's go to the video. To the video of when he was doing campaign. Before we go to Peter Obi's video.
And I now want to appeal and plead and request and demand of the federal government and our able president, led by the able President Buhari, that a critical person required around that table for that conversation to be complete, for us to have an all-round approach to dealing with the issue of insecurity and discussing about the future of the Southeast. That person, and we need him urgently around the table. Please release him to us, and that is Nnamdi Kanu. I'm calling on the federal government to please release Nnamdi Kanu. Him to us, and that is Nnamdi Kanu. I'm calling on the federal government to please release Nnamdi Kanu.
Remember, after the book, the Ofodile book that Soludo used to brainwash all of us, after that book, that he used that book, introduction of that book, to brainwash all the old Easterners. And we all thought that this is the person. Now, Soludo now came out as a governorship candidate under Apoga. Everybody we are giving him support. And this was his campaign the campaign statement when it was said release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This one of his campaign policy or whatever promise or whatever, he now bamboos all of us again. chịkọrọ anyị wee na gota, chịkọrọ all of us wee na gota, saa anyị isi, because they know that average Igbo man love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Go to Southeast today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every person love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But you know, this is the same governor that was campaigning for this release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a couple of years ago. He is the worst enemy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today and worst enemy of Beverly Restoration today. This same governor is the one sponsoring Udene, and they call it a Bam podcast to castigating our leader. This same governor is sponsoring them. That Bam, I'm coming for your program. So, a couple of days, I will come for your program. Maybe this week, I'll come for your program. This same Soludo that's saying this all these good things about our leader. We all think that this man, we thought that this man is the person I nature to fight for this of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let's hear him.
We're calling on him to release Nnamdi Kanu. We made him around the table because we believe that we now want to have a comprehensive heart-to-heart conversation about the future of the Southeast, about the future security and prosperity of the Southeast. No one should be left behind. Everybody should be there. If we cannot release him unconditionally, as requested by the court judgments and so on, I now offer to be the shorty. Release him to me. I will keep him. Release him to me. Release him to me. Release Nnamdi Kanu to me. Solution is here. Solution is here. I will to be the shorty. Release him to me. I will keep him. Release him to me. Release him to me. Nnamdi Kanu to me. Solution is here. Solution is here. I will be it. I will keep him. I will provide him shelter. And anytime that you need him, we will bring him to you. Give him to me. We will house him here in Oka. Solution is here. Let us bring this insecurity in the Southeast to an end. That's why Africa believes in one Nigeria. Africa believes in the security and prosperity of Nigeria. We made this plea in true belief and conviction that leaving no one.
Did you hear him? He said if you cannot release him by the courts, by the pronouncement of the courts, you should release him to him, Soludo, that he will shelter him. Everything, release him to him. That the insecurity in Southeast must be stopped. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be on the table to discuss about it. But this was the same man today. When you put the poster of free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before him, he will send his security to buzzle you out, to razzle you out, to kick you out from the town hall meeting. The same man that is speaking this, when you present Mazi Nnamdi Kanu picture before him, say just free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Soludo will kick you out with his security. This was the same man that's saying yesterday that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be free. It was the same man today that is sponsoring all those enemies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the Southeast. This was the same man, Soludo. Now let's go to the video P2B did that he come against P2B for saying such. Let's go there. I think we will be winding down. It's almost after going to 2 here. We are in my location to 2 in the midnight, 2 a.m. midnight. Here we go. Okay, let's hear from P2B.
On tape. I've said repeatedly that there is no reason for keeping Nnamdi.
That's right.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no reason whatsoever that you cannot arrest somebody because he was speaking on radio, he's calling people names. Doesn't make sense. You know, everybody can tell you anything. I'm a politician, people call me of names. And I don't think calling me name have anything to do with it's an offense. It's not an offense. So for me, I said it that even all agitators, if I'm in government today, I will discuss with them. I will engage them. I will consult them. Because I believe that they have a reason for whatever they want to do. It's only by engaging them that we'll learn and see how we can solve it and everything. And that's my own, but I'm not in position to do anything today. You're talking about an issue of rigging. Yes, somebody mentioned how we sure the elections are not going to be rigged. Elections are rigged in Nigeria because Nigerians want it to be rigged. It's as simple as ABC. I do whatever is possible to protect the vote, but unless Nigerians decide that their vote will count, it will not count. Because if you vote and you say in your polling booth and say that this must be counted here, it will be counted. But Nigerians, because our politics is transaction on tape.
I don't want to go into that area he was going into, no. But let me also repeat. Let's take it back where you talk about what concerns us about our leader. We take it from there. Let's go
Except
back.
repeatedly that there is no reason for keeping Nnamdi.
That's right.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no reason whatsoever that you cannot arrest somebody because he was speaking on radio, he's calling people names. Doesn't make sense. You know, everybody can tell you anything. I'm a politician, people call me of names. And I don't think calling me name have anything to do with it's an offense. It's not an offense. So for me, I said it that even all agitators, if I'm in government today, I will discuss with them. I will engage them. I will consult them. Because I believe that they have a reason for whatever they want to do. It's only by engaging them that we'll learn and see how we can solve it and everything. And that's my own, but I'm not in position to do anything today. You're talking about an issue of
Okay. Now he say he is not in position to do anything today. Now let me come, You see, we have learned from Soludo. I'm not here to attack P2B, no. But let's say the facts. Ka m nke bụ eziokwu Chineke. It's time we have to take that emotion out from us. I know face reality. Now, we have come across a video interview to P2B by Rufai Husseini, that guy that broadcast one of the presenter on Arise TV. So the guy was asking P2B about our leader, and P2B said that he have come across videos of Onyendu, our leader, saying by police people, burn police station, do this, do this. That was referred to instance. I got offended. Do you know why I got offended? Because P2B that said this supposed to also give the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu make such statements. I repeat, now it's time we need to take our emotion out and start facing reality. Did Onyendu say that? Yes. But what was the content? What happened that making to pronounce such statement on a self-defense? Onyendu said all those things on self-defense of Nigerian citizen. But P2B refused to point out the fact. This is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu make this statement. Nigerian citizen was mowed down, was by in broad daylight at Toll Gate, Lagos, with Nigeria flag. Thugs were buying people. DSS were buying people. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said to the people, it is time you defend yourself. This is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. And to surprise you, Lagos State state an inquiry. They did not indict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then, if P2B made such statement, I expected him to back it up with this evidence. What lead to that statement? He refused to do that. Okay, that aside, because we need to take our emotion out. Yes, P2B called for the list of our leader. Thank you. Yes, thank you, sir. But I disagree with P2B telling us that for now he has nothing to do for the reason of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's a lie. P2B, I say it's a lie. You have much to do, even to international communities, even in Nigeria, for the release of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. P2B, or in the world, people knows you. You have a lot of people, not ordinary people, politicians from different states, governments that knows you. P2B, why can't you mobilize them and move to White House and tell President Trump, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinary rendition. It's against international communities, international law. Do something. P2B have something to do. You can rally people around you. You have somebody like Chimamanda that also write letter in your favor to President Trump, White House. Why can't you rally with him, all the people, and move to UN for a protest? Telling them that they need to do something. They need to sanction Nigeria of disobeying their own order, because UN gave Nigeria order to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. P2B have a lot to do in the international community to help the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm not saying you do it in Nigeria. I'm not saying you maybe do one or two things in Nigeria, but you have a lot to do. But not because you still have that ambition to be the president of Nigeria. But let me tell you, P2B, I am not wishing you bad. But you becoming president of Nigeria is just 5%. 5%. I must be honest with you. Do you know why? Because you will think it's only the Fulanese that don't want you to be in power. Not only the Fulanese, P2B, let me tell you. The UK government don't want you to become president. don't want an Igbo man to become president. The EU government don't want an Igbo man to become. Even America government, just not because of just Trump is in now. They don't also want you as an Igbo man or you want to become president. Do you know why? Because their multinational companies are stealing from Nigeria. And they are well okay with it. Now Chinese is in now for solid minerals. All of them are stealing from Nigeria, and they love it. And they use all the resources to develop America, to develop Europe, to develop China. You think these people will want somebody that is okay, someone that will close all those areas they are stealing. You think they want that person to be in power? You are just dreaming. Tell yourself the truth. You are dreaming. The last election, you went to UK. Can you tell us what happened? Can you tell us what they told you? At the end of the what happened? I don't want to talk about the legal of election. No, I don't want to talk about it. But P2B, you have a lot to do for the leader of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. P2B, you also have a lot to do even in Nigeria to organize the Southeast politicians that you know that they are okay and move to Abuja and demand for the use of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. P2B, you have a lot to do. Don't tell us it's because until you become a president before you do something. No! As of now, you can do something, P2B. So it is time we take our emotion out. The same way Soludo deceive us. No, nobody will deceive us again like that anymore. Nobody. No. Nobody. P2B, you and Chimamanda are in good terms. You and Chimamanda are in good terms. P2B, you and Dola Akunyele are in good terms. These people, the world respect them. These people can pull the mountain in the international community. Why can't you rally against people and do something for the leader of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why can't you do that? You think I will be clapping for you because he called the release of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? That time is no, that emotion, nobody can bamboozle us with that thing anymore. You have a lot to do. A lot to do. Biafrans, I think I will be winding down. Let me put out the link. If there's anybody on YouTube, on Facebook, or SN want to come in, the link will be there. Come in just not because we're winding down. But remember, your camera must be open. Your camera must be open. Let me put up the link. Let me send the link out there. Yeah. So the link is there on YouTube, on S-Ando, on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you want to join us, you can come in. Those on TikTok, if you want to join, send your request, but please, your camera must be open. If your camera is not open, I'm sorry, we are not going to accept you. Sorry for that. Sorry. Let's also send the link on S-Ando. So the link is on S-Ando. So for those of you who want to send requests, please make sure your camera must be open. If your camera is not open, I'm sorry, we are not going to accept you. And again, we don't put on phone number. Okay, we are not causing traffic. But no. We have a very small space, very, very small space, but it's unique. Whatever we said here, take it to bank. And abu n'eziokwu Chineke. Just take it to bank. Take it to bank. Now, let's go to another video before we go. Yeah, I think this, when he was in America, let's listen to him.
I've been in office for three years and 3 months, okay? If we have arrested 100 criminals, non-mafia, kidnappers, and so on and so forth, 99.99% of them will mark Ipob. Did you hear me right? I said 99.99% of them will mark Ipob. So these things are made because that was part of the lie that was put in propaganda. They are into kidnapping because it is the next lucrative business after Yahoo and drug. The next one for find is about kidnapping. Man, they say even other states. If I not where we do all Anambra. Idolo Anambra. Onye nke na village fa ogote motorcycle me ajoa kelifa na wa bia ka etinye na line. Akwali abai mafia mama how to ifa. Ijide also on the Fulani. Let me I repeat, and I want you to quote me right. 99.99% of all the criminals, kidnappers and so on that were arrested so far, Igbos are the ones kidnapping Igbos. They are the ones killing Igbos. All these camps. And by the way, because I came with the same false narrative. The false narrative, oh, the Fulanis, they are invading our people. They are now everywhere. They are waiting for whistle to be blown. And this, and they will take over. And therefore, we are the ones who are the liberators. We are now going into the bush to go to chase out the Fulanis. Nobody asked the question. They are now banning mafia to go and liberate you. How do they feed 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year? How do they feed? How do they feed? So that, you see, I like I said, I'm one of you, but I decided to go home. Actually, in '99, I was a visiting professor at Swarthmore College. Actually, I've been in office for three years and 3 months, okay? If we have arrested 100 criminals, non-mafia, kidnappers, and so on and so forth, 99.99% of them will mark Ipob. Did you hear me right? I said 99.99% of them will mark Ipob. So these things are made because that was part of the lie that was put in propaganda. They are into kidnapping because it is the next lucrative business after Yahoo and drug. The next one for find is about kidnapping. Man, they say even other states. If I not where we do all Anambra. Onye nke na village fa ogote motorcycle me ajoa kelifa na wa bia ka etinye na line. Akwali abai mafia mama how to ifa. Ijide also on the Fulani. Let me I repeat, and I want you to quote me right. 99.99% of all the criminals, kidnappers and so on that were arrested so far, Igbos are the ones kidnapping Igbos. They are the ones killing Igbos.
all these camps, Umuaka Igbo. And by the way, because I came with the same false narrative. The false narrative that, oh, the Fulanis, they are invading our people. They are now everywhere. They are waiting for whistle to be blown. And this, and they will take over. And therefore, we are the one who are the liberators. We are now going into the bush to go to chase out the Fulanis. Nobody asked the question. They are now banning mafia to go and liberate you. How do they feed 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year? How do they feed? How do they feed? So that, you see,
I know most of you will say Mazi Nnamdi. Ha, you want to video I know one. Do you know why I play this video again? It is time. It's good to remind you guys for some of you that easily forgot. For some of you that easily forgot. For some of you that have very low memory. It's good to play this video to remind you people. I want you guys to go then when this video was trending. My program then. What I said. And check it what is happening today. What is happening today. And I told you, one thing I told you guys, that what you see that's happening in Igbo land, Soludo said 99.99% is Umuaka Igbo. I told you guys that, yes, those not only Igbo, yes, but these people are criminals. These people are what? Criminals. And courts. I'm not telling you that Igbos don't have 1 or 2 things, or because that any place you have a fence, there must be a desert. I'm not telling you that Igbos are 100% okay. No, but I told you guys that this you see are minor thing. That the main monster is by the corner watching to let them project this idea to people. Then after that, the main monster will come out as Nnamdi. I told you guys that these things you see Soludo is saying is to project to the whole world that what's happening in Southeast, the insecurity is happening in Southeast is Igbos. He didn't mention Biafra because that would be too hot for him. He didn't mention IPOB because that would be too hot for him. He said Umuaka Igbo. But the main monster is by the corner. They told him what to say. They allege those things you see going on there. But today, what is happening today? Everywhere now, as I'm talking to you right now, the governor of Abia State has banned Okada in so many towns in Abia State because they have a security alert that these men are everywhere now. What's happening in Nigeria today? Only in Southeast that is well secured, and South. Every part of Nigeria are in catastrophe today. This Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't lie. I don't blackmail people. I don't propaganda because somebody is joking. Somebody is joking. If you come physically self, you know. Then now, go then that this narrative Soludo they push is an assignment given to him to project to the whole world that whatever is going on is Igbos, to make a land safer for these monsters to land. But today, an Igbo has becoming so hot for them, they don't know where to come in. Every town, every village in Southeast have a vigilante right now as I'm speaking to you. We see what army did at the Enugu State. the community they went to burn. If not we that raised up the alarm. Say they have come again, no, the same thing they do to us. And the wise council, Basalo Jamako, take them up, sue them to court. As I said again, and let me repeat, Governor Alex Soti have banned Okada in so many towns because this is how these people operate with the Okada. Now, these security alerts that these governors receive, who are they coming? Is it Igbos? On the Igbo. The one we saw yesterday about the videos, they asked them, where did they get the gun? They say, they are asking them, wait, how will I play it? Let me see if I can play it here, but I did not download it. Let me see if I have it here. Let me play, no? That will be our last thing. If I have it here, I have to play it. Or maybe it's in the other phone of TikTok. Oh. Let me see where they're asking them, where do you come from? Some of them say that they come from Chad. Some say they come from Niger. Let me see, no? I don't know if I have it. I don't know if it's here. Okay, it's not here. Maybe it's in the other phone. In the other phone. So, some of them, when they were caught, they loaded AK-47 in bag of beans. And when they were caught, I think they caught them in Abia State. A lot of them, some are from Chad, some are from Sudan. Young boys. They're not up to 30 years. On this note, we will call it a day. Remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is only our savior. So our savior. And again, to add it up what to Obi, for Obi, I want you guys to listen to this. Because when I say that these people don't want to be, I know what I'm saying. I want you guys to listen.
And this is the honest truth. They don't. Peter Obi is not sellable in the north, and this is the honest truth. They don't want me saying that. They say I'm this, I'm this. I know not how to lie. Peter Obi cannot penetrate the north. End of story. Three main opposition. Three main. APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Let me bring it again.
Peter Obi is not sellable in the north, and this is the honest truth. They don't want me saying that. They say I'm this, I'm this. I know not how to lie. Peter Obi cannot penetrate the north. End of story. Three main opposition. Three main. APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and ADC, Atiku Abubakar, and Peter Obi, just like we did the last time. I've talked about Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot, and should not be allowed to continue beyond 2027 for the reasons I said. Back to what's his name, Peter Obi. Peter Obi, a very young man, energetic. The North has issues with him. I've said it time and time again. We are going to interrogate his tenure as a governor of Anambra State, 8-year governor, what he did to Northerners. This is there. Number two, we are going to interrogate his association and refusal to dissociate himself from Ipob, which has been declared.
Varför är du här? För att min fru hävdar att jag inte är förmögen att uttrycka glädje. Kan du det? Jubla.
Terrorist organization and his association and continuing. He's been talking that Nnamdi Kanu should not have been arrested. He's clean. We will interrogate him. It's not for his surrogates to come and give us answers. He must come and talk to people in the north. You feel comfortable with him. If they arrest Turji and I come and say, oh, Turji is not a terrorist, Turji, you think anybody else will vote for me even back home here? Number three, Peter Obi during his 2023 campaign. His party is essentially Igbo-centric and Christian. Igbo and Christian. End of story. How do you expect us, Muslims, to be comfortable with you?
So what do you think is the solution?
I'm coming. Come talk to us. Or he went around all churches during his 23 campaign. But churches, take your country back. Take your country back from who? So he has questions to answer. We're not. And that's why he brought Senator Rabi Musa Konkoso, thinking that Senator Rabi Musa Konkoso will help him make inroads into the Muslim North. We have a right to vote for whoever we want to vote for. Nobody will impose any candidate on us. I have no doubt today and ever that the ticket that will be best for this country will be Atiku and Amechi. Atiku, you don't have to ask what has he done, what has he done. It's sure, and he's been fighting. Amechi is a speaker in Rivers State, two-time governor. He's been a minister, and people are more comfortable with him in the north. He's a traditional title holder in Daura.
Okay.
So do you think?
You see, now no. This man, I think Mohammed Yusuf is a Northern spokesperson. He told you that they are not comfortable with P2B. They are comfortable with Atiku and Amechi. Amechi have a title holder in the north. Title they give to him in the north. Ndị Igbo ka e buru n'anya. P2B ọ ka mma ka e mara onye bụ mara that Nigeria is not for you. So you have the power, you have the capacity to call for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release in Nigeria and international. Ana m asụ unu Igbo ndị ọma nwe m onye afọ ka anyị afụ echi. Ndụ nka. And tomorrow, 4 o'clock Biafra time, we will be on air. Another program on Very Dark Man. Tomorrow, I will make a video tomorrow. It's not an attack on him, but Igwe nke wee eziokwu. Igwe nke wee eziokwu Chineke. So tomorrow, 4 p.m. Biafra time, please join us. Join us is very, very important. You know? Join us. So I can moon and massing man. Or I put that I have for each. They would. And share this program. They would.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Asume Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain.